How are you? Hey Nathan, hey Mark, hey. It's Angelica, isn't it? Silly pants. My team is here. Thank you. I actually got this in Texas. I got this when I was in Fort Worth actually. When I was there last year. But it's a sad reason why I put this one on because it's got a big sparkly star on the back, and it's not the Star of David, but it's close enough. You would have heard about what happened at Bondi, right? Very, very sad. So sad. I mean, that was my old neighborhood. I only just moved out of Bondi since June. It was like 2 minutes down the road from me and just, too close to home, right? Terrible. Um, anyway, very sad. So I thought I would come on and see if anyone needed readings. I've got my Christmas carols, meditation music in the background. Yeah, Nathan, I know there's no words really. I wasn't surprised, which is even sadder, I think, because Australia has been a bit of a uh, sitting duck, I guess. Let's put it that way. Oh, thank you for liking my accent. Yeah, I mean, just circumstances are such, and the government is such that this was kind of an inevitable event, unfortunately. So, yeah, so there's a really large population of Jewish people around where I used to live near Bondi. So, I did feel that a little bit less safe ever since, things started boiling over 18 months ago. Anyway, it was just crazy. There's no words. Let's get straight into readings, okay? I've got my two mediators here. What do you call them? I'm finding it hard to find words, and it's not even Mercury retrograde. Moderators is the word I was looking for. Okay, guys, so I tend to pick people with questions. Thank you, Raya. Yeah, Raya Hope. Nice name. Yes, they are moderators. But I think I found the word mediator because Mark is a Libra, so they're natural mediators, aren't you, Mark? It has been a rough 2025. I'm really hoping for a more peaceful 2026. Yeah, there's been a lot of tensions this year. Actually, probably more than just 1 year. I mean, when was the Bondi Junction attacks? Like when that crazy man was stabbing people last year. That was horrific. I think that was last year, wasn't it? Anyway, enough of that stuff. Yes, too many people dying in 2025. It's been, it's a number of issues. I don't want to get too political, but we're going in a similar direction as the UK. I mean, that's our mother country, right? It kind of stands to reason. We do a lot of things similar to the UK, a lot of things similar to America as well. But if you look at what's going on with their government, they also have a far left prime minister who we have. And it's getting really, really difficult to vote our prime minister out because they keep importing votes. So they're importing like immigrants from third world countries and from countries that don't have compatible ideologies to us. They are on the margins of society, so they're minorities, right? And they feel entitled to things like welfare. And so you've got these migrants who don't want to assimilate, who keep just accepting handouts, let's put it that way, and then they're not compatible with our way of life, and so they're angry, and they wreak havoc. And then there's these violent attacks that aren't surprising, really. So Anyway, that's my thoughts. It's far left. It's far left politics. It's divide and conquer, you know. This suits their agenda. It's globalism. Like you know, they have a globalist agenda, and what comes at the expense of that? It's nations, right? So we're seeing the dissolution of like our country. We had an identity crisis going on for a long time, but we won't go into that. Let's just change the topic because everyone's still processing what happened at Bondi yesterday. And it's just very, very sad. The problem is, in theory, Raya Hope, in theory, that's really nice, you know, where everyone's equal, but it's just not feasible, you know. And these far left governments will continue to say that they will support the needy, but really they're just creating a bigger divide between the rich and poor. And they're just taking from hardworking people and giving money to people who will secure their government, like that will vote for them, basically. We need to have smarter immigration policies. I'm not against immigration, but why are we bringing in millions of people that are against our way of life? That's just a recipe for disaster, right? So I'm not going to enter into any more politics. Let's start doing some readings. Thank you, Scorpio Phoenix. Yeah, it's pretty sad here in Sydney. There was lots of people hanging their heads in the streets today. And I'm not even really in the immediate vicinity anymore. I used to live there in Bondi, but just middle of the year I moved out. So anyway, so I'm just waiting for some questions to come through. That's right. That is exactly right. So, I just want to say hello to those of you tuning in from India. I hope you're doing well. I hope that everyone all across the world has a better 2026 than this year. You know, I was born and somewhat raised in Sydney, moved to Perth. Oh, there you go. I've never been to Perth, actually. All right, let's do Scorpio Phoenix. When will Dom reach out? Okay, let's see. Let's see what his next move is first, and then I'll try and get timing. Then we'll do Nadine's question. Okay, Scorpio Phoenix, show me what is Dom's next move? What is Dom's next move towards Scorpio Phoenix, please, Spirit? What is Dom's next move? Is Dom moving or is he at a distance? I've got the World and the Six of Swords. So it looks like he's moving away or he's putting space between you and him. And I'm getting, maybe there's a Christmas message. I can't ignore the fact that the World has a wreath, okay, and it looks like a Christmas wreath, so maybe you'll get a Merry Christmas greeting. Don't expect too much though. Six of Pentacles would be like a bit of a crumb, you know, like let's see if I get a reaction. I'm not getting really much of an effort to restart the conversation. Does that make sense? He just wants to maybe leave the door ajar. He lives north of the river. I live south of the river. Okay, let's see. I don't know if that's far from you. Okay, let's have a look. When you can expect to hear from Dom. You've got by the end of the day. So it could be soon that you hear. We also have next full moon. I don't know when the next full moon is. Can anyone tell me when the next full moon is? I could just look it up, but then so could you, right? That's what I'm getting. Let me see. What was Nadine's question again? Okay, any messages what might be next for you in terms of work? I'm going to use this deck. Angels of Spirit, please show me, what does Nadine need to see in terms of work? It's going to be positive for you. Like sometimes, you know, being made redundant or being laid off, or even being fired can be good. It's almost like the divine is trying to redirect you into something more suited to you, because the card that flew out of the deck is make friends with change. Change is never painful. Only the resistance to change is painful. So I want you to embrace this shake-up. Let's see what else Spirit has for you, Nadine. Alright, so... yeah. Ooh, okay, this is good. They're saying don't fret endlessly over maybe errors in judgment, or how maybe you feel a little bit hard done by your circumstances. Maybe you feel unfairly treated by your employer. Spirit is saying don't weep over wasted seasons or relationships that broke you or bad decisions that led you down paths that you never meant to walk. This moment in time, it's not a waste, it's preparation. And they're saying acts of service will yield riches beyond your wildest dreams. So pay it forward, do something nice, and your generosity of spirit will pay dividends. This could also mean reach out to a business or an organization and see if you can volunteer for them. Acts of service is what's going to get your foot in the door for your next opportunity. So, but don't do it with the intention of maybe getting something out of it. Just do it because you want to, because you feel passionate about a particular cause. This card says giving service with no thought of return is what's needed of you at this time. It could also be an indication that your next opportunity might be working as an advocate of some kind, or working for a not-for-profit organization. I hope that resonates. Chris is a Leo and need to know what's going on. Why is certain BS happening? Oh, okay. All right, let's have a look, Nadine. Sorry, not Nadine. I just did Nadine. I mean Chris. Chris, let's see what's going on for you. You know what? I want to ask this deck. This is the why deck. So why is this happening? Why are these circumstances for Chris? What's going on? What does Chris need to see? Ooh, it's almost like what doesn't kill you makes you stronger. You've got a card that says to help you find your inner strength. So don't get caught up in a victim mentality. Maybe you need to replace ideas that things are happening to you with ideas that things are happening for you, for your benefit. It may not feel like it in the immediate, but you will see that you're being helped in the long run. You're also being asked to set healthier boundaries. This is all learning because there's wisdom you haven't found yet. All of these experiences, these disappointments are just here to teach you. All right, so you've got this. You're a lot stronger than you think is the message that's coming through for you. Okay, Chris? Okay, let me see. Oh, Phoebe's traveling in Phuket. Wow, amazing. I've been to Phuket many, many years ago. You're welcome, Chris. I'm just going to, maybe if you're still there, Chris, I might just pull one more message for you. Forgiven 88. Let me know what your question is. All right, Chris, what does Chris need to see? Spirit is saying avoid trying to force things that are not kind of meshing. Do you know what I mean? It could be forcing friendships, forcing change, whatever it is you're trying to force. They're telling you to avoid trying to force a square peg into a round hole. When something is incompatible, like oil and water, no matter how hard we try, we can't make it compatible. So there's a need for you to accept things as they are. Once you find it within yourself, you accept things, or the things that you can't change will open up for you, and you won't be in a state of resistance. You won't be swimming against the current, okay? Spirit is saying change your perspective. Thoughts are an unreliable narrator misrepresenting you to you. Only think about what you intend to manifest. Don't be thinking about how difficult this year has been, how unfair people have been treating you. Change your perspective, right? And you will change your circumstances, change your narrative. What's going on with my relationship? Forgiven 88. Let's have a look. I'm going to use... I want my relationship deck, but where is it? It's buried. It's here. Okay, Angels and Spirit, please show me what's going on for Forgiven 88 in terms of relationship. There's misunderstandings going on. So there's a lost in translation type of situation that I'm seeing. You're not, hearing each other. So this card says, in any situation where you're experiencing conflict or pain, begin to communicate, because most misunderstandings and pain are healed as a result of clarification. And then you've got a card that says, stop stewing in anger. When you become so angry with a person that you want to shut them out of your life, you need to know that there's something going on within you that has nothing to do with them. So it could be your person is acting out a scenario that reminds you of something that you experienced a long, long time ago. So you're being triggered. But rather than feeling anger and frustration towards your partner, see this as an opportunity to finally release a block. Okay, so them triggering you is actually doing you a little bit of a favor, as uncomfortable as it may be. Okay, so maybe you just need to talk it out. Ooh, not chasing her has got a role with the Justice Department. That's amazing. I'll start in Jan. How do you see this role going for me? All right, let's have a look. I'm going to use the tarot. I'll do this one. Show me how this new job is going to go for not chasing her, please. You've got the Hanged Man. So the Hanged Man can mean a few things. The Hanged Man can mean sacrifice, the need to let something go to make way for something more aligned, something more suitable. It could also mean delays, like if you're hoping to climb the ladder of success, you may need to stay in the same role or on the same grade for a bit of time before you can climb the ladder. Yeah, Eight of Pentacles. Just be really dedicated, hone your skills, because this card is about hard work paying off. The Eight of Pentacles says mastery of skills brings profit. So there will be recognition and reward so long as you stay, dedicated to your work. And just remember, it doesn't mean that you won't promoted, it's just going to take time. So patience is necessary with that Hanged Man, all right? Seven of Pentacles. Yeah, it's going to take time. And literally this card says great heaps come of small beginnings. Okay? So slow and steady wins the race. Let's see. I'm going to do artists. Oh, it's Natasha. How you going? All right, can you tell me what Shane's true intentions are with me? Let's have a look. Shane's true intentions. We're going to use this deck. Okay, doesn't Spirit please show me what are Shane's true intentions? What are Shane's true intentions, please? Page of Cups. I like this. I like the Page of Cups. Look at that little envelope with the heart. His feelings are still developing. You know, the pages are early stages of dating, but I do feel like Shane is genuine. The thing is, the fish is a little bit slippery, okay? So try not to fall head over heels because it's still too early to say what's going to happen here. Let's see. What are Shane's true intentions, please? As I just said, you know how I said it's too early to call it? It's too early to say, like, if this is actually going to go the distance. The cards are just confirming that. So we've got the Two of Swords next to the Magician, and they're both in the reverse position. Sometimes when I see these cards, it does talk to a decision. When I see the Magician in the upright, it usually means it's your decision. When I see it in the reverse, it's usually the other person needs to make a decision. And the Two of Swords can be a stalemate, it can be indecision, it can be some kind of a block. You always see in the Two of Swords, the person is blindfolded. So what this is saying is it's too early to predict what may happen in the future because this person's in like a little bit of two minds. But there is a lot of potential between the two of you. We got the Lovers here, but you know, that card used to be called the Choice. So while the Page of Cups bodes well, you know, while I can see potential here, decisions still yet to be made. Okay. Now, Page of Pentacles. Yeah, see, the pages are about the early stages, the need to get to know one another. Okay, ask questions, listen, learn, because my one concern about these cards is that a leopard doesn't change its spots, right? I'm being drawn to the spots and the animal print. Okay, so I don't know if this person has cheated in the past, but you might want to get to the bottom of why this person's previous relationships haven't worked out and just note it. Like, you know, just file it away up here. Okay, yeah, he's a player. Yeah, okay. Just so that's why take your time getting to know him. Don't get too emotionally involved and be discerning, okay? Kimberly, can you please tell me if I'm being played for a fool with a relationship with Tommy? Let's have a look at what Tommy is wanting with you. Angels and Spirit, please show me, what does Kimberly need to see regarding Tommy? Okay, what I'm getting with these two cards, Four of Swords and Judgment in the reverse, they're saying sleep on it. The Four of Swords is rest. Take a rest. Take a breath. Like, Four of Swords can really indicate that you've been overthinking the situation, panicking, and people pick up on that, right? And it can be a little bit of a repellent, especially in the early stages of dating. Men are always on the lookout for whether you're going to be a little bit too emotionally dependent on them, and they'll put space between you and them, okay? So Spirit is saying just think of something else for a while. Take a break from overthinking this. Now is not really a time to make a decision once and for all. That's the Judgment in the reverse. Let's see. Angels and Spirit, please show me, what does Tommy want with Kimberly? I'm drawn to another deck for you as well. Don't waste too much time as well. If he's like kind of on the fence or keeping you in limbo, don't be putting your life on hold for this person or trying to overcompensate for a lack of effort, okay? Because we have the Seven of Pentacles in the reverse. I can see that he's withdrawn time and energy. Again, that Four of Swords is here. So there's a need to just give it a rest for a minute. Let me see what Kimberly needs to see when it comes to Tommy. What does Kimberly need to see? Tommy thinks that you're pouring all of your energy onto him. You're not really talking to other people. So basically, he's under the impression that he can come and go whenever he pleases because you're there waiting for him. Then you've got a card that says the relationship may not be right for you if you find yourself jumping through hoops. When something is right, it would be easier and feel much more effortless. Okay. Let's see, what does Kimberly need to see when it comes to Tommy? I love this. This is the truth. This card says, before sex, a man isn't thinking clearly and a woman is thinking clearly. After sex, it reverses. The man is thinking clearly and the woman isn't. So I feel like maybe you became intimate with Tommy and then the power shifted. It's like the ball is in his court now, and now you're kind of more invested in the situation and you're like waiting with bated breath for him to tell you when he's ready to see you next. But if you're honest with yourself, is it because the dopamine has kind of taken over? Like, is this guy really a good fit for you? Do you know what I mean? Let me know if that resonates with you. Oh, if you're new here, little Davo, I read energy, okay? So I use oracle cards, tarot cards to tell you what's going on in a situation, and then you can make more informed decisions. Thank you, Chad, for liking and subscribing. Thank you, everyone, for supporting my channel. Thank you to my moderators. And thank you for being respectful in the comments. Okay, so thank you, Mark. All right, so is it Simo? You want me to read your love life, but do you have a question? Hi, Brittany. Yes, these are open reads, so I do quick answers for free, or if you want a more detailed reading, it's a donation. I've got it in the description box. I do accept super chats or PayPal. How do I know this is real? A lot of people aren't legit. Like, I'll put it out there right now, you know. A lot of people prey on people's emotions, people who are in like situations and genuinely needing guidance. I'm not that type of person. I will tell you honestly what's coming through in the cards, whether you like to hear it or not. And so you can make your own decision as to whether this is legitimate or not. I'm not really here to try and convert people. I do career readings. Let me see. Yeah, there's only a few other readers on YouTube that I bother listening to be honest. One of them is Baba Jolie. She's amazing. Love her. Mustafa, I love you too. Thank you. You're from Sierra Leone. Wow. Sierra Leone, sorry. Let me see. Will our house sell this year? Let's have a look. Xavier. Angels and Spirit, please show me. When will Xavier's home sell? Is it Xaviera? They're saying patience, it's not yet time. So hold off for a little bit. Maybe you need to make things a little bit, like clean things up before you put it on the market or before you take marketing photos. Maybe you need to think about where you're going to be moving to. There's a few things that need to unfold before the house, before the time is right to sell. Spirit is saying time is much farther in the future. We've got 3 months from now, might be when the ball starts rolling. Yeah, we've got next couple of months. I'm getting March till May. I'm getting the months between and including March and May, okay? All right, let's see. Okay, Brittany313 wants a general message. Let's have a look. Okay. Angels and Spirit, please show me, what does Brittany313 need to see, please? What does Brittany313 need to see? I feel like Spirit wants you to be a little bit more decisive, like maybe you're feeling a little bit aimless at the moment, and maybe your life feels a little bit drained of purpose. You need to pick something that will make you feel excited to get up out of bed of a morning and like commit yourself to that and keep going until you see desired results. It's time to create a new season to inspire. Access your divine gift of imagination and use it to attract new opportunities, because change will bring great satisfaction for you. Yeah, I'm getting a lot of indecision at the moment. You're wasting time overthinking things and procrastinating. They're saying just decide, because you can't have one foot in and one foot out. The only way to create any improvement is to either commit or not. You've got, unless you know where you are, you cannot know where you want to be. So I'm just picking up aimlessness in your energy. They're saying it's time to shed anxiety because you've outgrown it. Everyone experiences times of feeling weak, vulnerable, angry, or frustrated, but remember, you can transmute undesirable energy. The universe wants to dazzle you with an unexpected triumph. So no matter how defeated you feel, the universe is about to step in, but you have to meet it halfway. So they're saying once you decide what you want to achieve or accomplish in 2026, or even just the next few months, you know, the universe will more than meet you halfway, okay? It was saying it wants to dazzle you with an unexpected triumph. So don't give in to fatigue, just keep moving forward. I hope that that helps. Oh, thank you. You're welcome. Thanks, Chad. Oh, thanks for all these subscribes. Craig just asked me what part of Australia I'm from. And unfortunately, I was living around Bondi until recently, so the events of yesterday was really quite traumatic. But now I'm living about half an hour south of Bondi, so, but yeah, just crazy times that we live in. Oh no, you deserve this, Brittany. Oh, thank you. I'm gonna answer your question. I don't know what your name is, but let's see. You want to know if you're going to be successful in your acting career. Let's see what the success cards have for you. So these will tell you advice, like how you can maximize your chances of success. Let's have a look. How to maximize acting career. I feel like you might need to get your life in order a little bit. Like, I know you're probably thinking, how does that have anything to do with my acting career? Well, everyone can organize for success. So you'll be able to access more creative ideas and you'll be able to act from inspiration when you don't have to worry so much about your finances, about your, I don't know, paying off debts or getting your life in order. They're distractions, right? So if you clean up your life and you do a little bit of an inventory and you take stock of things that need to get sorted in your life, you make space. You make space for creative opportunities to come in. So it's almost like the universe will reward you if you get your life into a little bit more order, because you're signaling that you're ready for more efficiency and productivity, okay? So I want you to do a little bit of a cleanup, as I was saying, and then you can take proactive action steps, like maybe if you haven't already got yourself a really good agent that can set you up for roles, that's something that you can put on your to-do list. Yeah, advisors. So there's mentors and agents that can help you get to where you want to go. Yeah, there's some things that you need to sort out. You've got overcoming obstacles, strategic planning. See, these are all just reinforcing my original message. For every minute spent in organizing, an hour is earned. Structure is not just a means to a solution, it's also a principle and a passion. Creativity thrives in chaos, but success delights in structure. So that's what they're wanting you to do. They're wanting you to improve your life just generally. You've got the need to be flexible. When it comes to acting, obviously it's hard to get something that there's a steady income stream. So maybe you need to find something to fall back on. yeah, funding sources. And then, yeah, you need to sort out your finances. You've got accounting, you've got blogging. So if you want to get noticed, I feel like you need to do vlogs. So I want you to start finding topics that interest you and showcase your skills. I don't know what platform you want to use, whether it's Instagram, whether it's YouTube. Start vlogging to get noticed, so that when someone expresses an interest in your talent, you can show them reels and show them what you're capable of. Okay, so sounds like very common sense type of advice, but that's what the cards are saying. So, oh my gosh, horrible donkey, that's such an unoriginal message. Like, those types of comments are just so common. Like, I'm sorry, but it's the truth. You're welcome. No, I'm not from Manchester. I am from Sydney, Australia. Let's see, who's got a question for me? Angelica, do you have one? Mark, do you have one? Let me know. Ooh, newly enrolled in culinary arts program. Any readings on that? Okay, Angelica, I'll be right with you. Linda, I'm sorry, I haven't seen your question. I don't ignore anyone. I just, these comments come through pretty quick, so thank you. Yeah, Bondi, it's very sad. Okay, we've got someone that needs to be blocked. Let's have a look. Chad wants to know about this culinary arts program. I'm going to also use the success cards for you. Let's see. What does Chad need to see in terms of maximizing success? I'm seeing Italian food. I don't know if that's like your specialty. And I'm seeing desserts like pastries. I don't know if you want to be a pastry chef or ooh, customer interviews. So maybe you want to do your own like vlogging as well, and keep a record of some of your best work, and then get people to taste your food and review it online is what I'm getting. Okay, let's have a look. Angels and Spirit, please show me about this culinary arts program. Yeah, like make it fun. Like get people to taste your food and talk to camera and explain what it tastes like, how much they'd be willing to pay for it at a restaurant. Like make it fun, right? And be creative. You've got simplification. So I'm hearing don't overcook it. Like, you know, sometimes we can try too hard to reinvent the wheel and be original. And while that can go a long way, sometimes simple is what's best. So, and that's why I love Italian food, is because it's pretty simple. They use fresh ingredients, seasonal ingredients, and just tasty. Like they don't overcomplicate it. Let me just have a look if you have commented. Hi Brian, do you have a question? really getting, yeah, you've got inspiration and design. It says unleash the potential that is in another, and you unleash the potential that is in you. Inspiration sets the wheels in motion. Create a vision board, read inspirational stories, shake up your routine, and let your mind wander. The designer does not begin with some preconceived idea. Rather, the idea is the result of careful study and observation, and the design a product of that idea. Again, they're saying good design is simple, intuitive, and self-explanatory. So I hope that that helps you. Angelica, I will get to you. I just want to see if Brian has a question. And Linda, I've seen your question. I don't know if Brian's here, so I'm going to go to Silly Pants. Angelica, if I were to get my mother's contact info from a family member and reached out to her, what would her reaction be? Great question. Show me how Angelica's mum would respond. She would want to meet up with you. Three of Pentacles. She would want to meet up with you in person and resolve things. Eight of Pentacles next to Three of Pentacles. The Three of Pentacles is clearly about cooperation. It's about working together towards a shared goal. She would provide a safe refuge. Four of Swords. She's always going to be your mum no matter what. And okay, so the Devil came out in the reverse. So I feel like she wants to put the toxic stuff in the past and she wants to wipe the slate clean. So I feel like it would be a very positive reaction. Ace of Swords is like a truce. Okay, so that's what I'm getting. Let me see. Did Dave ask a question? Oh, Brian, sorry, it was Brian. You're welcome. And I'm going to go back to Linda. Linda, you want to know about your friend? Was it Anne? Should I make up? Will Anne and I work things out? Let's have a look. I'm going to use 2 decks. Ace of Swords again. I do feel like there'll be a truce, just like Angelica. So show me, will Linda and Anne work things out? The question is, I'm seeing selfishness. Maybe you need to give it more time and think about whether working things out would actually be like beneficial for you. It's like someone feels like they're owed an apology with the Page of Cups in the reverse. This is the card that's asking you to really think about whether it would be worth your while. Because the Star card in the reverse is, you know, someone who's lost hope, or it just means the situation still needs more time to heal, because the Star is healing, right? It comes immediately after the Tower card, which is chaos, arguments, tensions. The Nine of Cups in the reverse is the need to manage your expectations, because it can talk about disappointment. There's a lot of spilt cups here. So there's a lot of water under the bridge between you and Anne, but also this is the card that was telling me that someone was acting a bit selfishly. So that's maybe why you need to really think about whether this is worth your energy. Let me see what the animal spirits say. What does Linda need to know regarding Anne? What does Linda need to see regarding Anne? I feel like you'll need to take the high road or be the bigger person, because you've got the tiger saying that you're being called upon to provide leadership. But give yourself time. Like, you know, the goose says take time to rest and recuperate rather than continuing your striving. And it's come out next to the card about expressing yourself. So I feel like the dust needs to settle. You need to figure out what you really want to say before you try and smooth things over or resolve conflict. So they're saying just give it some more time and space, okay? I love those animal cards too, and I really like the guidebook. So the guidebook has really deep meanings to the cards, so I do like that deck. Hi Divine Timing. Hey Mr. Gabbard. Let me see. Let's do Kamal, who wants to know how can I be more successful in my workplace. Let's have a look at what the Animal Tarot says. Then we're going to get a success card for you. You've got the Wheel. This is good. It's talking about sudden positive changes. Maybe you being given a chance. So maybe there'll be an opportunity for you to move up the chain of command. I'm seeing you moving forward and making progress. Page of Wands. This is exciting news. So I feel like there's an opportunity coming up. Yeah, next to the Star, which is increased recognition when it comes to work. You know, people recognizing you for your ideas. And you've got the King of Pentacles, which is saying everything's going to turn out great. Projects will be stunningly successful. Exciting new career opportunities are possible, and money and resources that are coming your way will be invested wisely. Need I say more? I don't think I even need to do the success cards because it looks like everything's falling into place. Okay. Anyone else have a question for me? I will give my question to Silly Pants. No, Mark, you can both, I'll answer both of you, so let me know. Let me just see what the cards have for you, Mark. We're going to do the, what is this deck again? Zodiac 108 cards for you. Hi, Pauline. Okay, Mr. Gabbard, you want to know when you're going to have a home loan. Okay, just bear with me. I want to see what's coming up for Mark. Angels and Spirit, please show me what's coming up for Mark. Oh, Mark, you've got within a few days. The situation or event in question will develop or unfold within a matter of days. I feel like that could be for Mr. Gabbard, to be honest. But we will do Mr. Gabbard. Oh, you've got enthusiasm, energy, a spark, community, sharing ideas. I feel like this is social events because obviously silly season. So I feel like you're going to an event in a few days. And I'm seeing travel for you, Mark. Yeah, I'm seeing community, meeting connections in your community. that are going to open up doors for you, because the roundabout card is talking about new directions, solutions. And you've got curtain call, which is about recognition, admiration. Maybe you'll be in the spotlight. You'll be in high demand this festive season, it feels like. Brian, do you have a question? I was asking if you had a question before, because I was thanking you for your donation. So Mr. Gabbard wants to know about the home loan. Let's quickly get a timing card. Got January. Okay. Can I be on the list? I just pick people at random, and I'm most likely to pick people with questions. So just comment with your question. Hi, Lydia. All right, so Angelica, did you have another question for me? Hi, Marjorie. All right, I'm just going to wait for questions to come through. That's a weird question. Like, no offense. I think Angelica removed it. It's all good. You have a legal question. Oh yeah, that's fine. No worries. Just message me on Facebook. All right, Kamala wants to know if she'll be staying in her current workplace or moving. Let's see. Kamala, will Kamala be moving? You're welcome. Oops. I feel like you'll be moving. You've got the Chariot, which is a card about movement. You need more confidence though. You're going to be offered a new opportunity, maybe somewhere that you used to work, because the Ten of Swords in the reverse would be unfinished business. Page of Pentacles would be like a promotion or an opportunity to learn new skills, but you may be familiar with the place that you go to. Does that make sense? I don't even have any comments to the Pokemon Lincoln comment. That's just so weird. Anyway, thank you for deleting it, Angelica. You're welcome. All right, so let's see. My name is Angelica also. Wow. Any important message I need to hear to learn how to play piano and create songs? Will it be possible to pull this off before February or soon? Why can't you? Why couldn't you play piano? If you put your mind to something, you can do anything. Look, I taught myself how to read tarot cards. Did I ever imagine myself doing that? Did I ever even imagine myself being on YouTube? It was, no. It didn't even enter my brain. But when you put your mind to something, the universe conspires to make it happen. If it's, you know, what's that saying? If you can imagine it, it's possible. You can do it, right? Let's see. see what general message I can get for you, Angelica. And I'm hearing stick to what you know. So when it comes to creating songs, use your previous experiences to write, because what are songs? They're kind of like stories, right? So stick to what you know and write about things that are important to you. I feel like, yeah, just do it. Go for it. You've got a card that says set yourself free from the attachments that you have to your own cage. Visualize yourself writing songs. When something is destined to enter your life, it must happen. Spirit will guide you, lead you, support, and protect you. But you've been telling yourself you're not going to be good. You're giving yourself doubts, but you've got a card that says if you tell yourself something long enough, you'll believe it. And if you fail to take the time to question why you do what you do, you can become convinced that you can't do anything else. So I feel like you just need to take the leap of faith. And who cares if it's, if people don't like your music, do it because you love it. I'm not saying that people won't like your music, but don't let that be a barrier to you going for it. Okay. All right, Craig, I can just pull like random cards for you if you want and see if... I'm sure Spirit will let you know what you need to know. So let's have a look. What does Craig need to see? What does Craig need to see? Thank you, Mark. No, I'm not British, but people confuse me for being British all the time. I'm Australian. Okay. This is really interesting. I'm getting strongly, Craig, that you are going through a period of transition, okay? So you're in a bit of liminal space. We're kind of in liminal space globally at the moment because 2025 is coming to an end and we haven't yet started the new year. So it's not really a time to launch new projects and get things off the ground. It's a time to kind of put things into review, like, put the year into review, think about all the things we managed to accomplish this year and some of the things that we didn't get to accomplish for whatever reason, and think about what we want next year to look like. So this kind of sums up where you are in a particular area of your life. I feel like you're wrapping up a certain cycle. Maybe you need to integrate some lessons. They're saying a phase of time or experience is over and a new cycle at a higher vibrational turn of the spiral is beginning. So prepare to ascend. You know that saying, new level, new devil. So it's like you've outgrown an old cycle, you've learned all that you needed to learn, and now it's time to level up. Spirit is saying expect things to become lighter, freer, and faster moving in your life, even perhaps while you appear to be more surrendered and more peaceful within yourself. It's time to rest in the void and allow for a new way to emerge. So you might be feeling a little bit impatient to fill the void right now. Like you want to start seeing progress, but be patient. Sorry, 1 second, I've got to sign back into stupid PayPal. It's time to rest in the void and allow for a new way to emerge, because it's not wise to build a foundation on shifting ground. So hang in there and trust that you will know when it's time to act. All right. And when you know it's time to act, don't hesitate, because the next card says, when you're afraid to take action because there's an outcome that you're afraid of, not taking action will produce the outcome that you're afraid of. So there's a window of opportunity where you will need to act, otherwise it will be a missed opportunity. So I hope that you received that message. I hope that it resonated with you. Now is the time to get your ducks in a row, but don't try to build on a foundation. Just prepare yourself, because success is what happens when preparation meets opportunity. Okay, so I hope that that was helpful. American Muscle. Do I label myself as a fortune teller? I guess you could call me a fortune teller, but I would call myself a healer. I would call myself an energy reader, psychic, if you will, channeler, if you will. There's so many different names, but what I do is I read energy using the cards as my favorite tool, and I help people make decisions that, influence their future, but hopefully in a good way. That's what I do. So hi Alan, you're welcome. Craig. Okay, so Nadia, will I get a promotion this upcoming year? Let's have a look. Show me please what's coming up for Nadia at work this year. Hierophant. I would say that's a good omen for a promotion. It's a card about teaching and learning. So maybe you'll be called upon to act as a mentor and teach people new skills. Got the Ace of Wands, which is another good omen. It's a card about victory. I want to see when you're most likely to be promoted, and then I'm going to get advice. Show me, when is Nadia most likely to be promoted? Getting it's the wrong time. There's a delay. So maybe you've been waiting to hear about, maybe they've been promising you a promotion, but it hasn't come about. The timing's off. Yeah, you've got soon, like by the end of the week. Next year looks promising. So the promotion may not come into effect until the beginning of next year, like after the festive season. Yeah, so you will hear by the end of the year that you will be promoted, but it might not come into effect until you come back from, like, in the new year. I'm just going to quickly get a message from this deck here. What does Nadia need to see? Yeah, the universe wants to dazzle you with an unexpected triumph. So yeah, I do feel like you will be promoted. Yeah, I'm getting a yes. But don't look at any setbacks as the end of the world. They're only here to propel and stretch you. Just keep working on your dream. and life will create something so much bigger than you currently have the ability to understand. David wants to know about insights, about financial and love interests. Yeah, I want to do a Capricorn read, you know, like a proper one. Did I do a Capricorn read for 2026? I did a couple of 2026 readings a couple of weeks ago. Let's just generally ask David what's coming up for you. I'm going to not just do Capricorns. I'm going to do for you. What's coming up for David, please? Angels and Spirit, please show me what's coming up for David. Ooh, you've got Checkered Flag, which is about conclusion. I mean, the year is wrapping up, right? So this talks about a finale, the end of the year, final chapter endings. I don't know if you're renovating the home. You've got Repairman next to Heart and Home. So I feel like you could be planning a renovation. Or maybe you're thinking about doing that as a business. I don't know. And I'm also getting, I don't know if you've got like a bit of a cold, but like I'm feeling a bit nasally as well while I shuffle your cards. Let's see what's coming up for David, please. Whoa, happening soon. Okay. Person of Earth, that's you, but you might also meet someone who's a fellow Earth sign. Yeah, I'm getting illness around you, so look after your health, because if you don't already have a cold, I'm seeing one coming on. So you might be feeling a little bit burnt out. Oh, I do see a new connection on the horizon, okay? So you've got the bedroom card, which talks about intimacy, then the slingshot, which talks about something being sudden. So a sudden offering, a sudden romantic offer coming in. But take your time getting to know this person, because you've got the fine print card, okay? It says look closer, research, be careful, pay attention. That could also be like the need to take care with your health as well. But I feel like don't rush when it comes to a new connection. I'm going to just pull a message from this deck. David, what does David need to see? They're saying only think about what you intend to manifest. I'm seeing sickness in the cards. It just keeps coming up. It says, if there's been sickness or prolonged emotional suffering, mental despair, or any struggle that's tested your powers of endurance and faith, this testing time is drawing rapidly to a close. Your faith in goodwill will be restored. You're being asked to trust in the goodness of life and leave the rest to the divine. Oh, you're welcome. Okay, guys, I am going to end this now because I'm getting really tired. So thank you all for joining, and I will hopefully see you soon. Thank you once again to my moderators. Bye, guys.